Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. For any business inquiries, you can, if you want to put your business on this podcast, email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Definitely someone would assist you with that. Will assist you. Also, that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering. That's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. So definitely same email. So again, support. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. That's our online shopping mall where we have a whole wide range of products from men's, ladies, kids, clothing, house products, artwork, tools, I said that, but towels, basically furniture and etc. So www.evolutionoflondon.com. Also, check out www.evolutionoflondon.org. There we have custom clothing, accessories, digital products, personal as well as business use. So support that. Also, www.evolutionoflondon.store, STORE. There we have accessories, DVDs, lotions, soaps. We ship all throughout North America, so definitely support that. Support Royalty9International.com. The company have luxury candles which is scented as well as unscented candles. Scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, rose, peppermint, eucalyptus, just to name a few. 100% natural soy candles or soy wax. Very good quality. They ship throughout North America. You can check them on social media, TikTok, Royalty9 International, Instagram, Royalty9 International. 12-ounce jars for your everyday use. So support Royalty9International.com. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So definitely support his brand. You can email him if you want to book a consultation at WilliesFitness99@gmail.com. That's Willies, WILLYZ, Fitness99@gmail.com. And support his merchandise, which is www.wjaaccessories.org, where they have custom clothing, accessories, digital products as well. So definitely support that. And his brand is growing. So definitely check that out. Ari Bites Cafe, Caribbean takeout restaurant located downtown London. The address is 91 Wellington Street North. Telephone number is 519-858-4743. They accept all forms of payment, including Interac, MasterCard, Visa. And please note that taxes are not included. Finally, check out their website, www.iriebites.ca. That's Irie, IRIEBITES.ca. And for any information, email them at info@iriebites.ca. And again, you can't go wrong. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. Whole wide range of different beats. So definitely support his brand. And once you go to his channel, you will see his social media sites. So definitely support that. Whole wide range of different beats. That's what you're hearing right now. So support Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continuing on that train on YouTube, Greatness 19 channel. Greatness 19 channel is our educational channel. Whole wide range of videos, over 380 videos to open up your third eye. So I need your guys to like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel and pass it along to family, friends, and foe worldwide. Also like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel as well. And finally, Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. Whole wide range of different videos dealing with health and wellness. So definitely like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London. We have different links to other sites. www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. So definitely check that out as well. Also, we do have a Patreon channel, www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. There we have other videos that is not posted on YouTube. And also, we have digital artwork and consulting services as well. You subscribe to our platform there. It's definitely affordable. You would definitely get a lot of information out of that, and also services that we can assist you with. Now, the Oracle 19 podcast is on all major platforms. We're on Anchor.fm, Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So definitely like, subscribe, and share, and pass the information as well. And anything that I haven't mentioned, you can always check out the Oracle 19 podcast, Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London, and finally www.theoracle19radio.com, and check the description boxes of all those 4 platforms for information that I haven't mentioned. Okay, now we got the business aspects out the way. We're going to get right to it. Definitely is going to be triggering. People are going to think maybe I'm being mean, just as always giving my perspective. And today we're going to talk about what makes a woman a hoe. Yes, what makes a woman a whore. Nowadays, it's hard to tell what type of woman you have. And I've mentioned in previous shows that you have women and you have females. This is not dealing with the women out here. The women out here, they know how to carry themselves, being respectful, knowing how to dress, knowing how to articulate to the public, their men, their families, etc. But nowadays, it's hard for a man to separate from a good woman from a hoe, a Jezebel, a skank, a crab, a day walker, a night walker, a savage, and a bona fide hoe. It's hard nowadays. It's not easy because a lot of females camouflage themselves very well. Let's start with the dressing. See, because a lot of these, I'm gonna use the term women for this, and it's you. And if you hear me talk about women, saying the word women and females, just know I do know it's 2%, in my opinion, good women out here. But a lot of times I'm using women and females interchangeable, so forgive me for that. But you will get what I mean, hopefully. Now, nowadays, the way society, let's start with clothing. And I mentioned this in previous shows. I touched base with this a little bit. Women that you see out here, or females that you see out here every day, mostly wearing leggings, tights, showing the print of their camel toe. And it's hard to deviate what is decent woman and a hoe. See, years ago, many moons ago, you seen videos, or you maybe grew up in an era where you knew and seen women that was a hoe, bona fide, versus a good woman. Because the hoes walking the strips, they showed their bodies. They wore the mini skirts, the ultra mini skirts. They were showing their camel toe. You seen their whole figure while they walking the stroll. And you knew that was a hoe. No questions asked. And she's getting her money. It is what it is. But the same outfits nowadays, women is wearing the same outfits or similar. You can't tell who's who. Women is wearing mini skirts, showing basically the cracks of their behind, the butt cheeks. You see their whole form every day, all day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They not working out. They not coming from the gym. They just wearing it every day, all day. You see women of all sizes, all shapes, wearing tights. Fat, skinny, all different sizes, all different shapes, all different races, all different colors, etc. But is she a hoe? That's my question from me to you. Now, a lot of people will say no. Now, I give you an example. If I was wearing a doctor's lab coat, you might think I'm a doctor. Okay, people will say greatness. Okay, that's a bad example. If I was wearing a police uniform, people would think I'm a police officer. If I was wearing a fireman's uniform, people might think I'm a fireman. So if you showing your behind, parading up and down, number one, as a man, how should I look at you? You showing your behind, you showing something that not only your own man sees, but every man sees. Okay? Now, a lot of women will give pushback and saying, well, I want to be sexy in the streets. And nobody is touching it but the man I'm with. My question for me to you, is it necessary? Is it necessary? Is it necessary to have to show everything? Is it necessary for all men to see? Even though all men obviously haven't hit it. I get it, ladies. But is it necessary really for all men to see, the whole public? My question is, what's the secret then? What is the man really getting that is new? What is the man getting that is different? What is the man getting that separates you from all the other trolls, ladies out here? Are you special? Is your outfits separate from the other women's outfits? I thought a lot of ladies like to be different. But if everybody's wearing leggings and tights, what makes you different? What makes you greater than the next woman? What makes you greater than the next whore? Bona fide whore in the streets. Something to think about. I thought the whole idea of being a female, you want to be different. Because I hear with a lot of females, they don't like to have the same outfits as the next female. They want to have different flavors. But if all of you wearing tights and leggings, what makes you different? The question also I'm asking, how many women nowadays you see them walking in the streets in dresses? Unless it's church or funeral or court or religious purposes, a Muslim, an Israelite, for all my Hebrew Israelites out there, or extreme, or Christians that is extremists. Other than that, most females is dressing the same. So you dressing like the bona fide whores that's on the stroll. Translation, that is walking up and down the streets for my non-English speaking people that's listening to this show. You know different. So men, what is your woman wearing? Is she listening to you? Or is she just me and free? So is that a hold that you have under you? Don't you think dressing say a lot about a person? So again, I'm giving examples, basic examples of, in my opinion, a lot of these modern females are whores. And if they're not whores, they're whores in training. Especially if they're young and their mothers allow them to dress whatever. What makes them different from the bona fide prostitutes? Prostitutes is wearing tights too. Prostitutes is wearing mini skirts. Everything that the so-called regular women is wearing, prostitutes is wearing that as well. Let's go with body count. And I mentioned this in a show previously. It's called Calculations. Should definitely check that out. Calculations. Because a lot of women believe it adds up your body count. And even if you kissing a dude or he's rubbing up on you, that adds up, you know. I think you should listen to the show Calculations. Talks about, I break down women's body count. It's in a weird way, but it makes sense how I multiply it. And a lot of women they thinking just penetration, if it's not penetration, it's not counted as a sexual activity. If they been penetrated with plastic with another woman, they don't calculate that as sex. If they just dry humping, they don't calculate that as sexual behavior. All of that is part of calculations. A lot of women omit that. Or if a person is a 10-second guy, if you get what I mean, that's not considered a body count. So women have these little ways of trying to put themselves in the position of not being labeled as a whore. But guess what? You a whore. You are whore. Now, what constitutes you being a Jezebel with a body count? It's a case-by-case situation of what the man feels. Some men feel that if you're with 20 partners, that's too much. 20 and under. Some might be 30 and under. Some weird old men might think 40 is okay. I don't know. Some men might say 10 is too much. Some men might say 5 is too much. Some men might say 2 is too much. But you know, if you're a religious person and you read the Bible, you read in the Bible and it tells you within the scriptures. When a woman have intercourse with a man, technically that's her husband. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I might be wrong. Because I don't have my Bible in front of me. I did read that. But again, I'm not getting too heavy within the scriptures. But all you ladies and gentlemen that is good with the scriptures, you can email me and tell me what verse. But when a man and a woman have sexual activity, that is your partner, technically. But forget in modern day time. Because these women, matter of fact, in this day and time have more sexual activity than men now. And you could check that out through the dating apps that is out here, because they have statistics, you know, Tinder and POF. And you could just see the statistics if you really want to get in deep with it. Google it, actually. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe greatness is off. But these women are wild. These women out here, you thinking men out here is wild. Men out here is, it's just regular men. Well, men of a certain means is just procreating and dealing with just a whole bunch of the same men as dealing with a whole bunch of women. If you get what I mean. But it's not the mass of men that is really out here wilding out. It's a lot of these modern day women that is whoring around because the game is different. They're making their own money. There's no father in their life. There's no man figure in their life. So these women is not only going with other men and having different partners of men, but they have different partners of women. Are these whores? A lot of them are. They having 25, 50, 75, 100 different partners. You have women out here that I know, quite a few, and a lot of men could attest to this. The average, and I'm going to throw it out here, I'm going to give my perspective, and again, I could be wrong, but I'm going to throw it out here because of what I've seen, what I hear, what I have read. The average female out here that is like 25 years old, they've been around with at least 25 to 40 different partners on average. Yes, I say it. Because they starting out 11, 12, 13. So already they got 12 years of out here getting tag team trains ran on them. Women, girls, nowadays high school girls getting it on with each other. So by the time they're 25, they already had 25 to 40 partners. And that's really on the low end. Because us guys in the streets that's walking the pavement and out here and driving, we seen what it is. A lot of these females in the 20s is got 50, 60 partners. It is what it is. The so-called good women, quote unquote, with my fingers up, have 20 partners. 15, 20 partners. And you look at the women's bodies. Look, men, take a look at the women's bodies. Oh boy, yeah, we going there. You could tell how these women been ran through. And we're not talking about a lot of them with no kid, not necessarily with kids. But that's a whole different factor. We're talking about ones that don't have kids. Look at their breasts. Look how saggy it is. Look how their body is. Their bodies look ran down. And we talking about females, you in your 20s. You're supposed to be the prime of your life. You're supposed to be fresh. But a lot of these hoes, women, they've been ran through. And they partying hard. Guys in the club already feeling their breastises. Multiple men, they've been dancing on the dance floor. The few clubs that have that left, right? Grabbing up their breasts, feeling their behinds. And you calculate that per week, every time they're on the floor. Then you calculate them, how many men per month they've been ran through. And then you calculate how many women they allowed to abuse their bodies with plastic, fingers, fists, chewing, spitting. I let your imaginations figure that out. So when they 25, and then the partying, the smoking, the drinking heavy. They've been ran through, and they only 25. Was these good women to you, men? This is your queen you put on the pedestal. Women that been ran through, bitten, abused, fisted, plastic all up in them. This is your women, your woman that you supposed to put on a pedestal. This is a goddamn savage. This is not a woman. She's not even good to be a concubine. A goddamn savage. She's worse than an ant on the ground. She don't have as much value as a piece of gum stuck on the concrete. But this is possibly your woman. This is possibly your queen. And a lot of women, a lot of men, that's what we have. I've been through the sands of life, guys. I mean, hey, man, it is what it is. Poor judgment. And tell you the truth is, I'm going to say this in a crazy way. Whore's been around since the beginning of time. Sometimes men, it's good to have whores in the streets if you just want to hit it and keep it moving. Bounces out the streets. This is for my people with men that is on a different mental, okay? So just don't pay attention to what I'm saying with this. This is only for the few, not the many, that really will know what I mean. But long story short, men, do you have this at home? Is this your wife, your girlfriend, your soon-to-be wife, your mate, your common law, your partner, your goddess, your queen bee? Another word for queen is whore, but that's a whole different topic. And a lot of times this is what you have. She been ran through. It is what it is. It really is what it is. It's disgusting out here. And a lot of times these women, they start out young because their mammy was a hoe. The grandmammy was a hoe. Their great-grandmammy was a hoe. So guess what? The next generation will be what? Can you tell me what? Say it with me. Oh, 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 oh. Say it with me. Oh, 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 oh. Keep going. Oh, oh, oh. One more time. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah. Oh, ho, ho. One more time. Oh, ho, ho. Yes. That's what she will be or is. And your men really need to decipher that and stop listening to other women trying to camouflage themselves as good women, stand-up women. Because if you really want to be technical, 95, I would say 98% of you men that wifed up your wife or your girlfriend, she's not brand new. What she's giving you, she gave to other men I mentioned previously in 1988. Sorry, 78. Okay, 68. 69, the summer of 69. 98. 2008. 2018. 2022. You might think all of this is funny. I'm making it humorous, you know, putting a little smile on your face, or you're looking at me and want to stab me, or sorry, delete me, respectfully. But come on, let's be for real. What the average woman is giving to a man, what are you offering that another man haven't had? You giving your current man something that Ray got back in 2010 in the back seat of the car, his car. You have given something to your present man that you gave to Jerry on the rooftop of the Brooklyn projects. You giving your current man something that Mike had it in the alleyway, downtown Brooklyn, or Chicago, or Philly, or Texas, Houston, LA, Seattle, Nebraska. You just changed locations. You just relocated a lot of you ladies. You let men tag team you in Brooklyn, and then you relocated to Jersey, and now you brand new, clean slate, so-called clean slate. Meet your new man, and he should be happy he have your saggy, stretchy body parts. Still young, but the body, you 25, but your body is 60. But he's supposed to put you on the pedestal. And you're not a whore. You're a good woman. Can people change? Absolutely. Because we all been through the sands of life. But guess what? Don't put yourself on a pedestal like you are the goddess of God and you should be put on a pedestal. You're just a woman in progress. A woman in progress. Because when you done all the degenerate stuff and being a whore, you're just a woman in progress. You're not a virgin. You're not brand new. And I'm not even getting into the children part of it. You got proof. There's proof right here. I'm looking at the proof. I'm looking at little Ray Jr. I'm looking at Sally, Jane. I'm looking at the little babies that you carried. And the multiple different baby daddies that shows proof of who you were and who you are. Yes. I'm saying it. On sight. On sight. This is the reality. So this is the disgusting part, because a lot of these women, all of these examples, these small examples that I name off, but then women just don't want to face the music. These Jezebels just want to say, I am the queen of queens, and you got to put me on a pedestal, and I'm better than you men, and all of this stuff. And look at the end result here. You're a whore. And you got the proof to show it. Your body is trash. You got multiple kids, different fathers. It shows trash. You've been ran through by other women. Trash. You have different male partners. Trash. It's who you are. And unfortunately, a lot of women out here are that. You have women out here that's good women. I said the 2%, no problem. This is not dealing with you. This is the 98% of harlots out here. This is you. And it is what it is. Now, how you, ladies, females, you could fix the situation, because you can't go back in time. A lot of you women out here have no raising. We know that. No male figures around. We know that. You out here wilding out. We know this. See, what makes it disgusting, reason why I get a little irritated, is a lot of these Jezebels out here have done all of these ungodly things, but then they want a six-figure man with a six-pack and all of this six things, 666, you devil, you Satan's daughter, you want all of these perks like you something great, and you nothing but trash. That's what you are. Trash. You got to start from the bottom and then build yourself up. You can't say you want all of these, you want the best of men and all of these, and you want the six figures, and you are trash. And you got the proof to show you are trash. It's proof that you are a harlot. What you need to do is start from the bottom. You need holy water. You need to repent. You need to purge yourself. Some of you need to be nuns. It is what it is. But you can't be out here performing, doing all of these ungodly things, and then you thinking you are the ish. And that's the problem. I put the onus on you men. You men. Because you accept this. I've been that dude too. Don't worry. I'm not saying I accepted a lot of uckery. I didn't curse. I just said uckery with a U. I accepted a lot of uckery. And I had to pay the price with a lot of things. But as I grew, I'm in a different mindset. And I'm telling you, young men out here especially, so you don't fall in that category. So you don't have to go through the sands of life, the sands of the disgusting life, the savagery that I've been through, that I put myself in. And I'm using me, okay? Because I put myself in a lot of degenerate situations. You'll be like, greatness, why? What? Because it's an oxymoron situation. The mindset I have, the mentality I have, and I've been through the scum of the earth and dealt with the scum of the earth. You can't imagine. I was a savage. Oh man. God, I was a savage. Real degenerate behavior of an individual. Ooh, ooh. I had to see the Lord. Yeah, I had to. Ooh, I had to. At my pace, man, it's frightening. But you live and learn. So I'm no different from you, man. Now I'm not gonna go around and parade, all the things I have done because I'm a man. I don't have to explain to you or anyone. Well, I did this. That's stupid. I'm a man. I know what I did. It is what it is. I'm changing, trying to make myself a better me, and that's something I want to share with you men, so you don't fall to those pitfalls. And for you ladies also. It's a chance. You might be having certain ways, and you might have a chance to change your life. And this is your opportunity. If you have performed that whorish behavior, reflect on yourself. See what you can do to be a better you. As long as you're able to wake up the next morning, you can still be a better you. You just got to know your pay rate. You got to know who you are. Not everybody is Mercedes-Benz. Not everybody is Bentleys. Some people is just a Toyota. Some people is a Kia. I should be getting some sponsorship for y'all guys that I'm bigging y'all up to now. Hey, guys, holla at me. You can email me. But some people, you are who you are, and you work with what you're working with. And you ladies, that's what you need to do. Work with what you're working with. And you can still be the best you can be within your circumference. But you can't be saying I'm something great and you already been ran through 100 different dudes. And women another 50 on top of that. Or you've been out here slinging your body since you was 13. And now you 25 and you want to think you innocent and pure. You can't do that. No. You can't do that. You're disrespecting the game. That goes for men and women. We got to know our pay rate. But this topic is for the Jezebels out here. And some women believe they're not Jezebels. They believe they are good women. They some goods women's. And they had 100 different bodies. Some I'm hearing on social media, 500, 600 bodies. But they're good women. They're supposed to be put on a pedestal. No, you're supposed to be underneath the pedestal, underneath the ground. You're dirty. You're nasty. You're disgusting. If like I said, people want to ask, greatness, what's a lot to you? Well, you got to have flexibility because of your age. Let's say, for example, if a woman was 50 years old and she had, let's say, 15 partners. She's single and she had 15 partners. Even though that's a lot, but you look at the percentage, 15 partners, 50 years old. I might give her a pass depending on the quality of person she is. It's a case-by-case situation. Let's say she had 15 partners and she's 18 years old. I'm not saying I'm going with 18. I'm just using that as an example for my younger men out here. She's 18 years old and she got 15 partners. Well, that's a red flag right there. 18? When did she start? 10? And even if she didn't start with 10, let's say she started at 16. 2 years, 15 partners? That's a heck of a lot. Shows her character. You see what I'm talking about, a case-by-case situation. But me personally, I know a lot of people say it shouldn't matter and stuff like that. No, everything matters. To me, I don't know to you. You don't. People was. I hear a lot. Well, you shouldn't worry about. A lot of women, especially, will throw it out there. You weak to want to know about how many partners you've been, a woman been with. That's like a little kid. All of this other stuff. No, me personally, and I have no problem telling a female. Personally, I want to know, me personally, the ins and outs of a woman. Just like I figure she will want to know the ins and outs of me. Personally. I'm not one, I don't think, if you're talking about, especially if you're talking about this is your woman, especially if you're looking to marry this woman, why not know? A lot of dudes you listen to other women saying, I want to know the ins and outs of a woman, my wife. I want to know her soul. I want to know everything that I feel that is relevant for me. To put her on a pedestal, to put my life on the line, to protect her, I need to know everything, goddammit. Yes. So if you think that that's insecure, it doesn't matter, that's your opinion. But if I have to put my life on the line for that woman, I'm talking about if I'm married to her and I'm supposed to be a man to honor and protect her and all of this other wonderful things women expect, then I need to know who am I protecting? My personal opinion. Just like if you went for a government job, they want a government job, want to find out who you, even some of these government jobs, who were you married to? How many years you was married? How many kids? Now look, in hindsight, these kids is not going to work at that government job. Your wife is not going to work at that government job. You are going to work on that government job. But guess what? They want to know the characters. Who is who in his inner circle? Who was his friends? His character. If you go for law enforcement jobs, they want to know who are your friends. They interview the friends. They get deeper. They want to know if you was married, divorced, how many marriages. It's character. So yes, things matter. Now you people say, well, that's government and stuff like that. Well, guess what? You looking to get paid from that job? I'm looking to raise and protect that woman that's going to be laying up beside me every day, every night. So I need to know about her partners. See who is crazy. Because it says a lot. If she was with a whole bunch of drug dealers, what does it say about her? So yes, I need to know. I need to know who ravished my mate before me. Yes, I need to know. So if I see him on the streets, I know how to move. So, but that's you. You don't, some men, I don't need to know, I don't need to know. Well, you know what? Guess what? That's on you. I need to know everything. Where she lived, how long she lived there, her blood type, yes. Because it will dictate, on genetics with blood type, it dictates a lot of how people eat. Their diet, who they are, is in the blood. I'm telling you something with it. Genetics. Getting deep with you. Genetics play a lot. I want to know your genetic makeup. That tell me a lot. If you was a whore, or is a whore, or will be a whore. I'm not going to get in deep. I can get deeper with that. But I'm into genetics. Tells me a lot about you. I was in the science field. I know. A lot of people overlook genetics. They just say, look at a person's for a couple minutes and just say, okay, they good. That's it. No, you gotta get deep when you're looking for a mate. Especially men finding women out here. This is why you get trapped in certain things, because you overlook. They're whoredom. Let's talk genetics here for a short moment. If the grandmother was a whore and the mother was a whore, what's the percentage in your mind? I'm not even going to tell you. What's the percentage in your mind that this woman could be a whore or would be a whore or have whore tendencies? What say you? I leave that alone. I let you think on that. See, a lot of men, this is why you get caught up in certain things. Because you don't look. You don't think beyond the scope of what your mother tell you, or your sisters. You know, putting a feminist viewpoint in your soul, effeminizing you and accepting the nonsense that they tell you because of what they have done in the past, trying to paint a pretty picture. But I'm saying these things for you men so you can wake up and it change your state of mind and not accept certain things, because you got to go through so many women out here to find someone decent, because you don't know who you have. All these women is running around looking the same, acting the same, and you just don't know. You have to be very careful. So I'm telling you, giving you examples, and I could give much, much more examples than what I'm explaining right now. I know I'm being a little facetious with certain things. I know it's triggering with a lot of you ladies and a lot of you weak men, my personal opinion, because you'll be like, no, you gotta, everybody's different, and you don't pay attention you shouldn't pay attention to those things. That is you. It's up to you. Your prerogative. If you don't want to pay attention to the signs of the woman, and you just want to just dive right in, knock yourself out. Because I'm not here trying to change you. This show that I'm talking about, it's therapy for me, and it's just something I'm just putting out there. Just speaking upon it, because I get feedback. So this is just a topic I'm talking about. But you do whatever you want, men and women. But, hey, there's one thing consistent. Whatever you do now, it will affect your future. So ladies, if you want to continue being whores, knock yourself out. But guess what? And also another thing. Here's another thing I want to think about it shortly. Females with a whole bunch of tattoos. I talk about that in a different show as well. Personally, I would say most females that have all tattooed up, whores. Some of them want to be gangster whores on top of that. Drug use, like weed it up and all of that all the time, that could fall in that category too. Is that all females that tattooed up are whores? Not necessarily, but I think is 99.5% of females with all tattooed up are whores. I could say the herbal tea type of women, so-called holy endowed. So I can keep going. Something to think about. What say you? Thank you for listening.
シンプル。